I am the president of the Overseas Press Club of America, and this building is our headquarters, the gathering place of the top foreign correspondents of our time who cover every corner of the globe in their search to bring the truth to you. From their personal files, we tell the stories behind the headlines. What you're about to see really happened, and the people portrayed really lived. Here's a story told by Pierre Huss of International News Service.
April 1945, Munich, the birthplace of Hitlerism, now about to become its tomb. The men of the 45th Infantry Division were fighting their way through the suburbs, house by house, but a GI and I beat them to it. I was after a story, the biggest story of the war. 16 Princely Gettenstrasse, that's it. The house that Adolf Hitler built for Eva Braun.
Could be a couple of SS boys in there lining up their sights.
Come on, you never know your luck. It's your plate. You got the gun.
It's your funeral.
This had been his house, yet there was no way of telling it. The desk, the chair, the maps, the globe, they could have belonged to anyone, but they didn't. They belonged to Adolf Hitler. I guess I must have been crazy thinking he was still here.
Don't sound like no crowd.
Newspaper man, huh?
I'm looking around some more.
Sure good to see some Americans again.
My name is Pierre Huss. Who are you? And what are you doing here?
Dave Hamilton. I was the navigator on a B-17 before we got knocked down over, Wiesbaden.
You know whose bed you're sleeping in?
No, whose?
Adolf Hitler's.
No kidding.
Sure.
Adolf Hitler's, huh? So that's who you're looking for. The house painter himself. Sorry, I haven't seen him around.
You found any papers, letters, a diary maybe?
I haven't been looking for any. I've just been lying around here waiting for the U.S. Army to turn up. Hitler's, huh? Too bad you couldn't have grabbed him the way we nearly grabbed Von Epp.
What, General Von Epp?
Yeah.
The uncrowned king of Bavaria? You mean the guy who's supposed to be able to turn off the war whenever he wants to?
Right.
Well, how about it, Lieutenant? You want to tell me what happened?
Oh, sure. Your editors will never believe it.
They're gullible.
Well, let's see. When I was nabbed, it was just one stalag after another. Till I finally got out at Moosburg. You know the sort of thing? The underground. And then I wound up here in Munich, hiding out at the Richter's apartment. Now, Richter, he was a key man at the radio station.
Lebensraum. A place to live. That is what Hitler promised us. A place to die. That's all we are left with now.
We were too easily led.
But we are paying for it now.
Well, you really believe that? Why don't you get rid of him?
We tried.
Oh, the July bomb plot. Yeah, I heard about that in prison camp just before I made the break.
If it had succeeded, we might have had peace with honor. But we haven't peace, or even honor. And many good men who loved their country have died horribly for the part in it.
More coffee?
No thanks.
But we still have men of integrity, men who are not afraid to die, even under torture.
Don't you think you better get back to the radio station, Eric?
Try not to judge us all by our leaders.
I wouldn't have been here this past week if I did.
Yeah, you have been here a whole week now.
Oh, you just say the word and I'll get going. You've been more than good to me.
Maybe it would be better that way.
We have learnt by hard experience whom to trust. It is the secret of remaining alive. My sister no longer wishes to trust. She has seen too much. You trust us, don't you?
You kidding?
Have you heard of the Bavarian freedom movement?
The underground?
Yeah, the underground. Captain Barr is its leader. You are an American. You are an officer. You speak German. We need you.
What for?
The 7th Army is outside of Munich. If the surrender of the Wehrmacht troops in Bavaria could be arranged, it would be good.
I'll say.
Then you will volunteer to help us?
Why, I guess so.
I will get Captain Barr. He will tell you more. I cannot. Lieutenant, please stay here until I come back.
Say, in the week I have been here, you haven't told me much about yourself. All I know is you make real good potato soup.
There's not much else to tell.
Haven't you got a boyfriend?
I was engaged to be married. He was in the Kriegsmarine. He was killed.
Oh, that's tough. Where did it happen?
Here in Munich, while he was on leave. By terror bombers.
I'm sorry.
Are you crazy? Keep away from that window. The Gestapo and the SS, they're at work. Only a whisper they need and somebody's dragged out and killed.
Hey, take it easy, will you?
It's too dangerous up here. You better go back to your hiding place.
Oh, have a heart. Back in that rat trap?
You will go down, please.
What's the matter? Can't you stand my company?
You will go down, please.
I guess you can't.
It is Richter.
Come in.
Captain Barr. Lieutenant David Hamilton.
Oh, how are you?
Richter tells me that you've agreed to help us.
Yeah, we're the three who are going to stop the war.
Oh, not the whole war, only the war in Bavaria. The captain will explain.
The plan has 3 elements. Seize the broadcasting station here in Munich. Take General von Epp to it, by persuasion if possible, if not by kidnapping. And finally, convince him that honor lies only in coming to terms with the Allies.
You see, it's very simple.
We have enough men to hold the radio station. What is necessary is that the Americans advance quickly in that period. We will declare that the Bavarian freedom movement has taken over and that von Epp has renounced the Führer.
Timing is essential and swift action.
What is my particular little job?
You will come with us to General von Epp and convince him that you are the personal representative of General Patch, commander of the 7th Army.
Oh, that's great. In an American Air Force uniform?
There are always Air Force officers attached to every general staff. We have sent a message to General Patch to acquaint him with the plan. All we wait for now is the time to act. 1 day, 2, maybe 3. Do you have any questions?
There's General von Epp. Well, what sort of a guy is he?
He is old, a most formal man. It is to be hoped he will be suitably impressed.
It sure is.
Then it is agreed. We can only succeed or fail.
I guess so. Okay. You got yourself a kidnapper. before I heard anything further. And then an automobile pulled up outside.
Is it today?
Yes, Anna, today. Rita.
This is Major Vogel, adjutant to General von Epps.
How do you do?
Glad to know you, Major.
Are you ready, Lieutenant?
I'm afraid so.
We shall leave in 5 minutes from now.
Say, Major, shouldn't you brief me before we start out?
I intended to do that. Now, in the first place, if the General should ask you any military questions, you will, of course, refuse to answer him.
Well, that one's easy. I don't know any answers.
The General would not believe that. Every officer has a certain amount of information.
I think I know when to shut up, Major.
The General would not respect you unless you do. He will undoubtedly try to browbeat you. Don't let him. He would only take that as a sign of weakness.
Well, hasn't he got any weaknesses?
None that I know of.
You may remember how irritated he was when he learned that his nephew from Wisconsin had joined the American Army. That may be of help to us.
Possibly. Now, the most important thing of all concerns General Patch. Did you ever happen to meet him?
Oh, yeah, once. A football game, me and 80,000 others.
How much do you know about him?
Only that he has a wife and 2 kids. I read somewhere once he had a hobby sailing.
Excellent. What a lucky coincidence. It is General von Epps' favorite hobby, too. It might give you a lead if you run into difficulties.
Well, there's just one difficulty. What are these surrender terms I'm supposed to be bringing?
You must play for time. Refuse to discuss them until after he has come with us to the radio station.
Open up! Gustavo!
Where is he?
Whom do you wish to see?
You know very well who I mean. The American prisoner you're hiding.
I know nothing of any...
You lie. Tear the house apart. Find the hiding place. Ah, the bookcase.
Outside! Now, Anna, it's too late!
What a spot. There I was, an escaped prisoner of war, an American lieutenant, riding with a German captain and a German major on my way to pick up a German general.
You will not find the General hard to deal with. In 1937, he went to Washington on a military mission. With you Americans, he was on quite good terms.
Yes, but has he ever been on kidnapping terms with us?
Don't worry. General is old and forceful, but he must be handled with care. Do not underestimate his intelligence.
I never underestimate a general.
Don't say more than is needed.
You can bet your life on that. The general lived at Starnberger See, about a half-hour's ride from the city.
Hurry up with this tomfoolery. We are on an urgent business.
Yes, Herr Major.
What's the matter? Have you never seen an American before?
We've been warned to watch out for an escaped American Air Force officer.
Well, you can see this one is in safe hands. We're taking him for secret interrogation.
Yes, Herr Major.
wait here while I try to persuade the General to receive you.
What if he won't play ball?
Then we shall have an extra passenger going back with us.
Say, what do you think happened to Anna?
She is dead.
Well, how do you know?
I know by experience. The Gestapo never does things by halves.
I hope it wasn't on my account. Hiding out at your place, I mean.
Possibly, but you must not blame yourself. It was not for you alone. It was for all of us. Cigarette? They are American?
Well, thanks.
Leave this to me. It is all right. He is one of our men. Everything is ready at the radio station.
Lieutenant, you are now the 7th Army. Excellency, this is Lieutenant David Hamilton, personal representative of General Patch, commander of the 7th American Army.
You have come from General Patch.
Yes, sir.
You are authorized by him to discuss terms of surrender?
Yes, sir.
Where did you come through our lines?
I didn't. I parachuted in.
You carry credentials?
No, sir.
Why not?
We figured it was a bad idea. You see, if I'd fallen into the wrong hands, it might have compromised you, sir.
Tell me, young man, why should I believe you?
The mere fact that I'm standing here in this uniform.
I wish to talk to this officer alone. Why should General Patch think I might be willing to negotiate a separate peace?
Try and stop unnecessary killing, sir.
We have experienced this desire in your mass bombings.
We didn't exactly start those, General.
Do not be insolent. What if I should decide to put you before a firing squad?
At the moment, General, I don't think that would be to your advantage.
That remains to be seen. If I should consider your proposals, how long will it take you to reach your headquarters from here?
Sorry, General, that comes under the heading of military information.
I asked you that question because if I agree to make this broadcast, I must know how long it will take for your troops to get here.
It's military information again, sir.
I insist on being given every detail of the plan and the full surrender terms first.
You do? That's a fine lake you got out there, General.
The Starnberger See, yes.
Reminds me of the time when I used to go sailing back home in Wisconsin.
Wisconsin?
Why, do you know it, sir?
No, I have relatives living there. Now, about these terms.
Oh, you should take a trip over there when this is over, sir. You'll like it.
I think not. Now, regarding these surrender terms, are you or are you not prepared to give me the exact details?
Yes, sir. But first, you got to broadcast over Munich radio to show us proof of your goodwill.
I will go with you to the radio station.
Thank you, Herr General.
The drive to the radio station took a little over an hour, but to me, it seemed like it took 10 years.
To the house of the garrison commander in the central barracks.
Central Barracks. Great. Sounds like a dandy hideout for an escaped prisoner of war. Get in here.
You will wait here till the General sends for you. It was good to meet you, Lieutenant. I hope I shall see you again after all this is over.
Me too. Good luck.
Yes, to all of us.
Sentry, lock the door.
Attention! Attention! Stand by for an important announcement. This is the voice of the Free Bavarian Movement. General Ritter von Epp, commanding the armies in Bavaria and a true patriot, has declared his support for our cause. He will now address you himself and call upon the freedom forces to turn the Nazis out. We now invite the American army to advance swiftly into Munich, to be welcomed as liberators rather than conquerors. Attention! General Ritter von Epp, General commanding the armies in Bavaria, will address you on a matter of national urgency.
People of Bavaria, the traitors in our midst who today have attempted to stab the fatherland in the back have been arrested. Their attempted coup, which has interfered with broadcasts from this station, has failed. The traitor Bauer and his fellow conspirators will be dealt with as they deserve. So too will the American agent, who duped them with empty promises of assistance from our enemies. I call upon all loyal citizens of the Reich and true subjects of our beloved Führer to carry on as usual.
For over 4 hours, we held the radio station.
What went wrong?
Our messenger could not get through to General Patch. Von Epps would not be convinced. He thought we were double-crossing him. Quick, the window. The guys outside trying to get back to your own lines.
What about you?
I am all right.
Good luck.
Good.
We almost had the old goat. Almost.
Yeah, you sure did. Hey, that was quite a story. What happened to the others?
I don't know what happened to Bauer. Rumor has it he escaped. But I do know what happened to Vogel and his 150 men. They shot them at dawn. Gestapo. Every one of them. It's sure good to see some Americans again.
Hey, come on, they're catching up on us. That was in the next block.
You coming?
Not me. I had my war. Down near Wennet, too.
Well, I've got a story to file.
Hey, don't forget my byline. Lieutenant David Hamilton, Hartford, Connecticut, huh?
Sure. I filed my story, but by that time the world wasn't interested. For what we didn't know was that at 2 o'clock that same afternoon, Hitler had shot himself in a bunker in Berlin. And 2 days later, all of Germany surrendered.